What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and financial success is your own mind? Ryan Carter had always been ambitious, or at least that's what he told himself. He had big dreams of starting his own business, traveling the world, and becoming financially free. Yet, at 32, he was still stuck in the same monotonous cycle. Wake up, go to a job he hated, scroll through social media, and binge-watch Netflix before bed. It wasn't that Ryan didn't want success. He wanted it badly. But every time he thought about taking action, something held him back. He always found a reason to delay. He always say that I'll start when I have more money. I need to learn more first, or now isn't the right time. The truth? He was addicted to comfort. Every time he had a free weekend, instead of working on his dreams, he told himself, I deserve to relax. He'd order takeout, scroll endlessly on TikTok, and convince himself that he would start on Monday. But Monday came and went, just like all the others. One evening, while out for dinner with his childhood friend Mark, the conversation took a turn that made Ryan uncomfortable. Man, I'm telling you, life is crazy right now, Mark said, sipping his beer. My business just hits figures this year. I'm thinking of quitting my job soon. Ryan's stomach clenched. Mark had been just like him, stuck in a job, dreaming about a better life. The only difference? Mark actually took action. That's amazing, Ryan forced a smile. How'd you do it? Mark shrugged. I just stopped waiting for the perfect time and started. I made a ton of mistakes, but each one taught me something. Ryan felt a sharp pang of regret. Mark had the same 24 hours in a day, the same responsibilities, the same fears. But while Mark had pushed through, Ryan had been making excuses. That night, Ryan lay in bed, unable to sleep. His mind kept replaying Mark's words. I just stopped waiting. He thought about all the times he had told himself he would start soon. How many years had he wasted? Then, a terrifying thought hit him. What if I wake up 10 years from now and nothing has changed? The next morning, Ryan decided to get serious. He sat down with a notebook and started writing out his goals. But as soon as he began planning, doubt crept in. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if people judge me? The fear was paralyzing. And then, just like every other time, his mind whispered, maybe I should wait until I feel more ready. That same evening, Ryan visited his parents' house for dinner. His father, a retired construction worker, was sitting on the porch, staring into the distance. What's on your mind, Dad? Ryan asked. His father sighed. I was just thinking about an old friend of mine, Charlie. Ryan listened as his father told the story. Charlie had been one of the most talented men his father had ever known. He had a gift for woodworking and had always dreamed of starting his own furniture business. But every time the opportunity came, Charlie hesitated. He kept saying he needed more savings, better tools, more time. He kept waiting for the right moment. His father said, shaking his head. Then one day, he got sick. Cancer. By the time he realized how much time he had wasted, it was too late. Ryan felt his chest tighten. What did he say before he passed? Ryan asked quietly. His father's eyes darkened. He told me, I thought I had more time. The words hit Ryan like a punch to the gut. That night, Ryan couldn't shake the feeling of urgency. He realized he had two choices: continue waiting or take action despite the fear. The next morning, he made a small but crucial change. Instead of overthinking, he decided to take action just for 15 minutes. He set a timer and started researching how to build an online business. It wasn't easy. Every time he sat down to work, distractions called his name. His phone buzzed with notifications. Netflix released a new show, and his mind kept whispering, "You can do this later." But this time, Ryan fought back. He turned off his phone, set strict work hours, and forced himself to take action even when he didn't feel like it. At first, progress was slow. His first attempt at launching a business failed. His second barely made any money. But unlike before, he didn't stop. Months passed, and Ryan started seeing results. He was making consistent income. His confidence grew. The same man who once procrastinated on everything had now developed discipline. Then, something unexpected happened. His job announced layoffs. Half the office was let go, including him. For the first time, he didn't panic. Instead, he smiled. Because now, he had something he never had before: control over his future. A year later, Ryan was running his own business full-time, making more money than he ever had at his old job. One day, as he sat by the same porch where his father had told him about Charlie, he whispered to himself, "I didn't wait. And because of that, my life changed."